Hello and welcome to my kitchen. It's Thursday again and this is my spot Thursday afternoon and I'm ready to cook for you another fabulous recipe from my cookbook series. So the recipe that I'm making today is traditionally from book 6 and it makes enough for 6 serves. But I'm going into the cooking for 1 or 2 to show you how easy it is to be able to cook just for 2. This is the same recipe, Mexican chicken bake, instead of 6, do it for 2. So really, if you want to make it the bigger serve, all you've got to do is multiply it by 3 or use book 6 and you've got the bigger recipe. But I just thought, let's do this one. I think it's fun. And I've even got my little dish that's in the photo that I used for it. So that's where, you just need small little dishes instead of the big lasagna ones for these type of recipes. But I've got my oven preheated to 180 degrees. I've got my all ingredients ready. My wok is ready to start sizzling. But before I start talking about this fabulous recipe, Mexican chicken bake, yes, it's fabulous. I want to just, make sure you've heard that I've got my spring challenge starting soon. Now is the absolute perfect time to get rid of any of those winter weight gains that have happened and get ready for summer because it's coming. Look, join me for this life-changing challenge and together, let's get you back on track to a slimmer, healthier you. Now, the 6-week spring weight loss challenge starts on Monday, the 16th of October. So get ready, it's going to be fabulous. Let me help you. Quit dieting, yes, dirty 4-letter word, that diet, and come into my world of healthy living. For more information, you know where to go, simplytoogood.com.au/membership. I can't wait. I'm so excited about this challenge. All right, so let's look at the chicken bake, the Mexican chicken bake. There's a few ingredients for it, but I find it's a really easy recipe. It's basically chop it all up, chuck in the pot and cook it. And in the oven it goes. So what we start with is we need 175 grams of chicken breast, skinless chicken breast. Remember, this serves 2. I've got onion, capsicum, and I'm doing red capsicum because I like the colour. I've got celery and frozen corn kernels. I've got my garlic, you can use fresh if you want. And I've got this little can of Mexi beans. Now you can get these in all the supermarkets and this is what is an important ingredient to give it that Mexican flavours. So we use that. And what I do when I'm making it, I'll tell you, I freeze what's left, in different serves so I can make this chicken bake again in a couple of weeks. I've also got a can of chopped tomatoes. I've got my taco seasoning to use and I've got paprika, cumin, tomato paste. I'm using the no added salt tomato paste. Same with the cans. It's no added salt because I'm looking after your heart health as well as your hips. I've got the cooking spray, which is the rice brand for this. Now the flavours are going to come also from, as I said, cumin, paprika, oregano, and I'm just going to do a pinch of chili. Tomato paste, when I said it's the no added salt. I've got some grated reduced fat cheese that'll go on the top. And I start with the pasta. I've also got some corn flour and water and a bit of pepper that I'll add in as well. But in the recipe it says half a cup of pasta. Then you boil it up and this is what you get. Okay, so do this first before you get into any of the rest of the recipe, alrighty? So let's start chopping. So first of all, let's do the celery. Now we want 1/3 cup and I want it diced. So I'm going to cut it into small strips and dice it. You don't want big chunks in this, it just blends into the mix. And because it's a smaller recipe, you only need 1/3 cup. So if you were multiplying this by 3, which would make it very easy, it would be a cup, wouldn't it? Yes. Now I've got my little bowl here. I'm going to put my chopped veggies in as we go. Let's do capsicum. Once again, it's 1/3. And as I said, I like using the red in this because there's enough green with the celery. 1/3 cup. So it's so quick and easy when you're making recipes from these Cooking for 1 or 2 books, because you're only making enough for 2. And what I love about it is for me and Billy, who are empty nesters, we don't have a whole pile of stuff in the freezer. 1/3 cup. It's quicker, it's easier, it's more economical because you're not, you know, having a lot of ingredients sitting around. And onion. 1/3 cup of onion. Just cut it down and then finely chop. It's a very simple recipe, really. And I tend to have these ingredients in my pantry and fridge because I like making Mexican, as you'd guess from all the Mexican recipes in the book, in all the books. And I find that, you know, I can just grab this stuff out. I always have capsicum and celery and things like that available in my fridge. All right, so that's that done. Now I'll just dice up the chicken. So I've got a chicken breast. Remember, it's 175 grams. Cut it into small dice. And this is, as I said, for 2 people. It's just, I love anything Mexican, but the thing is there's going to be a lot of flavour going in this, but it's not necessarily too hot. It's when you put the chilli in that you'll add the heat to it. There is a bit in the Mexi mix, but it's the chilli that'll really kick it up. Let me just wash my hands in my soapy sink. Actually, I should have just put the chicken in first. Let's fire up the wok. It's time to get my wok on. All right, so I'm going to let that heat up and then I'm going to put in the chicken. There we go. Right, so we're going to brown that chicken off. All my chopping's done, so we don't need this anymore. Give my hands another wash. Let's bring the wok over. We've got our veggies to go in. Let's put the garlic in. We want half a teaspoon of garlic. You can use fresh if you want, you know, I always tell you that. I just like the convenience of it just being already done in the jar for me. All right. So we're going to brown that off and then we're going to start adding. So while that's doing its magic, I'm just going to open these cans up. Now with the Mexi beans, give them a stir up so you're getting the liquid in it as well as the beans. We need half a can of each. And I love a bake. I just love the whole thing about it all being in the one thing. And I know my family love them too. And it's just pasta, chicken, flavours. I mean, who isn't excited about that? All right, so let's put in your veggies. Look at the beautiful colours. Let's toss that. I love being a tosser. That's what I am. Corn. Now, if you can't have corn, like I've got a friend that has diverticulitis, and she said, Annette, I can't have the corn, what do I do? I would do actually a half a cup, a third a cup, I'm sorry, of carrot. That's my suggestion for you. Let's turn this up. Yes. All right, so that's going to get cooking. Now let's add all the flavours and the spices and everything. So first of all, let's just quickly crack a bit of pepper in. Let's put in a teaspoon of paprika. Make sure it's not hot paprika because that's like putting a whole teaspoon of chilli in it. Just normal paprika. And these are what really are great Mexican flavours. We want a teaspoon of cumin. Okay, oh, smell it. Woohoo! We want a quarter of a teaspoon of oregano. We want, 3/4 of a teaspoon of the taco seasoning. Just move my little spoon down. There we go. And I'm just going to toss that together. Let them infuse with the heat. So you just brown the chicken and then you put the veggies in, yeah? Now I'm going to put a pinch of chilli in. Now if you like it really hot, maybe start with an eighth. Let me wash my hands. I don't want chilli in my eyes. I just want a little kick, so I just put a pinch in, but really up to you how hot you want it. I'm going to put in a tablespoon of tomato paste. Just remember my spoons are always, you know, there's the teaspoon, the tablespoon is a set, but you get, it's 15 mils, all right, not like 20. Really important that you know the measurements. Half a cup of tomato. See how easy it is? And now I'm going to put in half a cup of the Mexi beans. Yum. Good. Chuck it all in. Woohoo. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, Mexican flavours coming at you, girl. Let's do the pasta now and pop that in. That's what I love about a bake. I get so excited when I cook for you on a Thursday, showing off my babies. Now it freezes really well, so you definitely could make a big batch out of book 6, portion it into 6 serves, and you've got them in the freezer. Bit of salad, you're good to go. And as the weather's getting warmer, I really do think that it's nice to be able to have more things with salad. Yeah. I'm going to do a teaspoon of corn flour, and I'm going to mix it in with 2 tablespoons of water. That's just going to bind it all together because you don't want a bake to be really sloppy, and this will firm it up a little bit. There we go. I mean, how much effort was this? Yeah, none. Just let that corn flour cook off, and here's my dish. Oh, I just got a little bit of chilli. Perfect. Let's get this out of the way. I love this, so easy. As I said, with a salad, you're living the best life ever. Let's do this. Remember, I like a big serve, so I hope you do too. I'm not all about small serves. Bill, can you grab me a scraper, doll? I mean, there's a little bit of sauce here. I can't not have it. Thank you, Mr. Wonderful. I know it's not a lot, but I just like to get everything out. And then I can flatten that. Oh my gosh, be still my heart. All we've got to do now is chuck the cheese on the top. It's 1/3 cup of the reduced fat cheese. I actually favour the bigger 50%. I really like it. I think it's got a nice strong cheese flavour. Done. Let's put it in the oven, 180 degrees. Now everything's really kind of cooked, isn't it? Now how long do I do it for? 40 minutes? 40 to 45. Thank you, Bill. Why it takes so long is we want that bake to really firm up, you know, so you can slice it, and you know, you don't dice it, you just... Now look, let's clean up this mess in it. You just say, I like quick. I'm done. Throw it all together. But the Mexican bake will be done in about 40, 45 minutes. So I'm going to just go and have some late lunch, and then I'll come back and we'll finish it off for you and show you it cooked all done. All right, we'll see you shortly. Oh, I love the sound of that oven beeping because that means dinner is ready. Let's turn the oven off. Mexican chicken bake, done and dusted. Oh gosh, it smells so good. Look at that. Oh yeah. So this is for 2 people. So I will just go bang down the middle. That's mine, that's Billy's, big bowl of salad. Yes, living the life. I mean, who knew weight loss could be so deliciously healthy doing it with a Mexican bake? Yeah, I mean, and how easy was it to make? Now, before I finish up, let's talk about you winning a cookbook. If you haven't won one before, yeah, I want you to say in the comment, and I'll show you we're going to be doing these two books, book 6 and the Cooking for Two. And I want someone who has never won before. So I want you to put in there, I haven't won. Maybe what else could we say, Billy? Pick me. Yeah, let's do that. Pick me. And I'd really appreciate your honesty that you haven't won a cookbook before so that you get a chance. All right, so I think let's do that in the comments. You've got to like, share, and then in the comments you write hashtag Simply Too Good with the 2, with the Y, and then add to it, what are we saying? Pick me. That's right. And we'll see who wins these 2 cookbooks personally signed. Now, next week's show is going to be Fizzy Fabulous. I'm making something that goes back to a recipe from the Victorian times in England. What could it be? It's rock cakes. Oh my gosh, I love them. It's one of our favourite little things to make because they take so little time. They're so rustic. And if I have someone ring and say, can we come over later? Yes, rock cakes, I have the ingredients in the oven before they've even hung up on the phone. So that's out of book 3. And also it's in Cooking for 1 or 2 as well. Now, if you want more tips or recipes, you know where to go, simplytoogood.com.au. Also, don't forget the challenge. It's starting the 16th of October. You need to be a part of it. Don't miss out. Otherwise you'll have, missing out-itis. But for now, I'm going to make a salad and we'll have this for dinner tonight. Yes, we will. So this is the Mexican chicken bake, done and dusted. I mean, who knew? Weight loss could be so deliciously healthy. Thanks for joining me for another fabulous Thursday. Bye now.